Good morning, judges, as in the Prime Minister and fellow participants in the debate. As the opposition leader, we strongly reject this motion. Before we present our arguments, we must define the context of this discussion. Top-down historiography underlines the importance of national figures, institutions, governments, diplomatic relations, warfare, and the process of state formation. In contrast, bottom-up historiography highlights the narratives of everyday individuals, marginalized communities, and minority groups. Both methodologies hold significant merit. However, this motion compels governments in post-conflict nations to give precedence to bottom-up perspectives over overarching national histories in their official educational materials. Our position is straightforward. In nations recovering from conflict, the primary goals are fostering stability, promoting unity, and rebuilding the nation. Therefore, history education must first establish a cohesive national story through top-down historiography, rather than focusing on disjointed local narratives that could exacerbate divisions. Today, I will outline the primary arguments. First arguments, post-conflict nations require a sense of national cohesion, not conflicting historical accounts. Following civil strife, colonialism, ethnicities, religions, tribes, or political groups may rely on entirely distinct recollections of the events. Should educational institutions prioritize bottom-up historiography? Textbooks will center on the personal experience of numerous diverse groups. This approach may lead to an environment where students carry forward feelings of resentment, a sense of victimhood, and the tendency to assign blame instead of fostering reconciliation. History education within fragile nations transcends mere academics. It serves as a tool for nation building. For instance, following independence campaigns or civil conflicts, governments frequently require a shared national identity to encourage citizens to collaborate once more under a unified state. Top-down historiography plays a crucial role in this process. United champions mutual national challenge, shared sense of belonging, and authoritative credibility. In the absence of that common basis, learners might connect more intensely with ethnic or group stories rather than with the overall nation. Historians recognize that the understanding of history is influenced by perspectives and partiality. This is exactly the reason that governments emerging from conflict must not permit educational systems to transform into venues for endless disputes over grievance. Governments might assert that bottom-up historiography provides a voice for the marginalized. Never, Nevertheless, in situations following conflict, an overwhelming focus on local suffering may risk reopening old wounds instead of fostering recovery. A nation cannot progress if every classroom turns into a site for historical disputes. Second argument, top-down historiography boosts trust in institutions and ensures political stability. In nations recovering from conflict, people frequently lack faith in institutions due to previous government failures, oppressions by colonizers, or the devastations brought by civil wars. During this crucial period, During this crucial period, educational institutions must rekindle trust in the, the Constitution, democratic systems, national laws, and the legitimacy of the state. Top-down historiography outlines the process behind institutional establishment, the reasons governments come into being, the origins of constitutions, and the working of national systems. While bottom-up historiography can evoke strong emotions, it often emphasizes sovereign and operation without directly addressing the continuity of institutions of governance. However, a society cannot thrive solely on narratives of trauma. It is vital for students to comprehend process through which peace agreements were reached, the reasons behind compromise, how state institutions can mitigate future conflicts. Historical education should not simply inquire who faces hardships. It should also respond with how can we progress collectively as a nation. Discussions surrounding crash course and historiography also highlights that history has developed in part to aid societies in comprehending political system and power dynamics. Thus, institutional narratives should not be dismissed as propaganda by nature. They form essential educational underpinnings for maintaining civic stability. In summary, we stand against this proposal due to the following reasons. Communities recovering from conflict require a sense of togetherness and collective identity initially. A centralized approach to history writing strengthens trust in institutions and enhances political stability. Emphasizing a grassroots approach to historiography could lead to division, politicization, and revived conflict. We are not dismissing the voices of marginalized groups. We assert that state-approved educational materials is in unstable post-conflict nations should emphasize unity prior to division. For these grounds, this assembly ought to dismiss the motion. Thank you.